What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the Wire Wrestling channel, and let's talk about our GOAT, bro. Oh my gosh. No, let me stop. Right. We start with freaking Brock Lesnar, bro. Brock Lesnar come out. Wham, bro. Angry. Grr, brother. Freaking boos out the arena. But we got freaking the Glaze King, the freaking glazer of the glazest. I don't know if that's a freaking word, bro. We got freaking Paul Heyman, brother, glazing up Brock Lesnar, bro. That's what Paul Heyman should have been for the Vision, bro. Just start glazing them, bro. Start freaking slobbing it up on there. Should have been glazing them from the start, bro. Freaking start saying all the wonderful things about freaking Brock Lesnar, bro. All right, but no, we got freaking the humble idiot and the freaking pressure. The pressure, brother. Give me some pressure, daddy. I don't freaking know, bro. That sounds stupid, bro. But anyways, we got Paul Heyman glazing up freaking Brock Lesnar, and he freaking talking down on freaking Oba. Hold on, let me put these up, bro. Let me. I need full range here, brother. Freaking, and like, you know, like talking crap about freaking Oba. I was like, hold up, bro. Your talking is too good to be like talking crap about our boy Oba Femi. Like, you're gonna have people like switch sides. Like, the ones who hate Oba are gonna be like, yeah, bro, he is overrated. Like, no, the freak he's not, dude. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are retarded, bro. Get the freak out of here, bro, because Oba is goated, bro. He's the GOAT. But Oba did not allow that to continue on, bro. Brother came out, bro, with a freaking, you know, after the then it stops, bro. Big long freaking like 5-10 seconds, bro. Bum bum. Anyways, Oba comes out. Freaking bro's always in ring gear, bro. I ain't never seen brother in freaking in a suit, rocking a t-shirt, nothing, brother. Every time I see him, even in NXT, bro, he's always rocking ring gear, bro. He's ready to fight anyone at any freaking time, bro. And he was there to fight Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar rocking his jeans. That brother about to rip again. You know what I mean? Anyways, he goes into the ring. Well, first, right, Paul Heyman was more talking about like, you know, Oba's overrated, this and that. Freaking, he caught Brock Lesnar off guard. You know, Brock Lesnar was tired. He freaking suplexed 20 people, 20 masked men. And then, you know, like, that he was distracted by Seth Rollins. You know, give him excuses. You know, I don't know if you guys play Super Smash Brothers, but there's a term called John. And there's, you know, whenever any small excuse, like, oh, frick, dude, my finger slipped, bro. Like, oh, no. Freaking, I wasn't supposed to freaking down there, bro. I meant to hit you with a bear, brother. Like, no, bro. Shut the freak up, bro. Shut up. It doesn't matter, bro. You're stupid. Simple as that. So Oba comes out there, freaking, you know, goes face to face with Brock. Brock kicks him. Brock lifts him up to hit him with a freaking F5. It was crazy. Freaking Brock, bro, both of them freaking lifting men up. No freaking issues, bro. That's crazy, dude. Anyways, Brock picks up Oba for an F5. Oba comes out of it, clothesline him out of the freaking ring, bro. Brock Lesnar, go for selling that, bro. Like, it's just like the way he sold Drew McIntyre's Claymore kick at the Royal Rumble, bro. That's how Oba should have eliminated freaking Brock Lesnar, but no, man. Brock Lesnar had to freaking eliminate Oba. Get the freak out of here with that stupid crap, bro. Also, yes, I've worn this before. It's clean. Shut your mouth. I'm excited for this match. This is one of my most anticipated match of WrestleMania. One thing that I don't like that's going on is that they're mentioning that Brock is the underdog. Let's not bring that up, all right? The next few weeks, we gotta see Oba, we gotta see Brock Lesnar at least put in some, you know, some defense. You know, beat up Brock a bit. Beat up Oba. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm confusing names. Wow. One's a white man, the other one's a black man. Oba black, Brock white. Please stop being a freaking idiot and get your facts, okay? Idiot, stupid, dummy, idiot. Your mom. Oba needs to get pounded by Brock Lesnar. Slightly. You know, we gotta see at least some defense, because I'm afraid that Brock is gonna win WrestleMania. Unless, all right, and this is a big unless. I don't think they're gonna do it, but that'll be kind of sick. But I don't know how that'll be. I mean, Brock's like a big name already, bro. He beat The Undertaker's streak. He beat John Cena. He squashed John Cena. If it's a squash match where Oba beats Brock in like a short amount of time, that would be crazy, dude. Then I wouldn't mind Brock getting beat up the whole time, because it just shows that Oba's that strong, dude. So, you know, we'll see how things go. I hope this goes as we all want it to go, which is Oba winning. If it's not a squash match, that it's a awesome competitive match. We know Oba can go. Brock Lesnar, I haven't seen many of his matches for but he's, you know, the match with Kurt Angle back in the 2000s. I've seen that one, I think. I remember. I've seen clips of it, I guess. My wrestling years was like the end of 05, beginning of 06, all the way up to like 2011, 2012. I think 2014 the latest. So yeah, you know, that was my wrestling there. So yeah, you know, let's see how this goes. You know, this is, like I said, one of my most anticipated matches of WrestleMania. Is going to be exciting. Hopefully all goes well. You know, we still got a couple of weeks left, so there's still more story or more interactions to build up. We don't need to go into much promo, even though Oba's a great talker. But Brock Lesnar does need Paul Heyman, but I feel like Brock could probably handle his own a little bit. So, you know, we'll see how things go. So next, speaking of the idiots, we got The Vision. But anyways, before that, we got Jimmy and Jey Uso, the Usos, coming out with their belts. Dude, they were tag team champions, dude, for real, man. I didn't even notice, dude. Like, that's crazy, man. They were champions since when, dude? I never recalled. Like, what the flip? We got the Usos finally with their freaking belts around them, dude. And then after that, we didn't see them with their belts the rest of the night. Oh my gosh. Bro, just take those belts off of them at this point, bro. Anyways, we got the, you know, the humble one and the pressure. That's so stupid, bro. Bro, get Austin Theory out of here, bro. Release Homeboy, bro. No, let me not wish on someone's downfall. I know Austin Theory is great. He has great matches. He's a great seller. He needs a character change. He needs a character change. I don't know if they need to bring him down to NXT for a little bit, just like they're doing with Johnny Gargano. But come on, you know, let's fix things here a little bit, okay? Poor favor. Anyways, the Vision wins in a DQ. Yes. So Logan Paul pulls out his brass knuckles. Then LA Knight comes out, which, by the way, look at this video. This is freaking hilarious, bro. That's just another tick on LA Knight, bro. Like, oh, dude, no. LA Knight, no. Dude, I'm like, there's more and more things that happen where I'm like, bro, he's not going to be a world champion this year or the year after, bro. He's going to stay stuck in the mid-card while having, like, moderate main event feuds once in a blue moon. And will lose every champion opportunity that he gets. It's so sad, dude. I like him. I really do, dude. He's great. I love his moveset. I like his moveset. Let's not say I love it. You know, he's not very flashy. But when he's at 100%, no slipping, no nothing, bro, it's great. It's fun to look at. But, bro, this is, yo, thank God that wasn't on camera, bro. But, you know, then he finally comes in, hits Logan Paul, grabs the brass knuckles, passes it to Jey. Jey blatantly with the ref right there. The ref usually likes to take the weapons away. The ref was like, nah, bro, I don't feel like doing that, bro. I'm just gonna watch you and say, no, please stop, don't do it, no, please, no, like, bro. Jey punches Austin Theory, knocks him out, DQ, Division wins. And yeah, that was the match. Before anything, you know, Jey is crashing out. He's still crashing out. It's been a few weeks, and he punches Logan Paul after. He just runs back in and bro, knocks him out, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's a freaking lawsuit. Later in the night, they end up getting a rematch for next week, and it's no disqualification. No DQ at Madison Square Garden, which, by the way, next week it's looking like a fire show. Hopefully I'm able to release that video earlier, because I know this is going to be released after that show happens. So it is currently 2 nights before that show happens. Yes, it's Saturday. Thank you very much. And I'm going to record SmackDown's video right after this. Yes. Oh my gosh. Next, we got Becky Lynch coming out and talk her crap against AJ Lee. So far, this has been their best interaction yet. I low-key forgot about this was going to happen. The Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Because I feel like it's been... When was the Bayley match with... Well, yeah, there was Bayley and AJ, but Becky did not pop up. Anyways, Becky was talking her crap, saying this and that. Her daughter was singing AJ's stupid song. AJ is like, yo, I'm your daughter's favorite wrestler. Got him. A lot of like daughter stuff here in this Monday Night Raw, you know what I mean? Is that green? The pinky. I gotta be sophisticated, brother. So yeah, that's another match confirmed. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Women's Championship at WrestleMania. So that's good. We all freaking knew that was gonna happen eventually. I don't see AJ beating Becky Lynch for another time, but if it does happen, cool. If it doesn't, that's fine too. I don't mind Becky getting that belt back and dropping it to a newer superstar. Quick little backstage thing with the Usos and LA Knight. Jay sounded like Roman. That's what LA Knight said. Jimmy like, watch what you say, and that's it. So Jay looking a little. Apologize, Javon and Grayson Waller, solid match. You know, Javon, hopefully he's able to get on the WrestleMania card. You know, I just want to talk about Javon because he's freaking sick. Been watching him since NXT. He's freaking great, dude. He's so awesome, dude. And he is much younger than me, and I feel very like jealous. Not really. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for his future, dude. So we'll see how things go with him. But you know, I've seen some people online, you know, like, bro, like, you know, the way they're treating Trick and Oba is completely different from what they're treating with Javon. But yeah, think about it. Javon has a small program with Kofi Kingston, bro. Kofi Kingston's the GOAT, bro. He's a former world champion, multiple time tag team champion, one of the best tag teams. Let's not put Kofi Kingston down, bro. Put him up, bro. Kofi Kingston is the GOAT, all right? So this is fine. I don't see no issues with this. It's just like Melo with The Miz. Didn't have issues with that because The Miz is a two-time world champion, two-time Grand Slam champion. Like, come on, you know. Think about these people's backgrounds, dude. All right? Let's not see how they currently are. Let's see how they used to be and compare it. And it's like, dude, you know, he's actually with someone big. Come on now. Come on, guys. Poor Faber. Man, Javon almost killed himself, though, with that dive, bro. That dive was crazy, dude. Oof. Big old oof there. Big old oof there. Then we got Paul Heyman coming out, bro. Paul Heyman he came out again, bro. He came out the closet. That's crazy, bro. He comes out, calls out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes out. You know, like, Paul Heyman was like rage baiting him the whole time, you know, trying to like, bro, come out, dude. And then here comes Seth. Thank God there was no other masked man around, bro. Thank God, bro, because again, I mean, he was masked himself. Like, he was the only masked man. People didn't really react until he took off the mask, because at this point, bro, we don't freaking know who's who anymore, bro. And bro had twice the mask, bro. Like, what the freak? He had two masks. He took one out and he took out another one. I don't know if you guys caught that. That was funny. So since he revealed himself, the Boston police comes out, grab him in handcuffs, because for some reason Seth didn't know that Paul Heyman had a restraining order against him. I don't think that's how the law works, but hey, because I think you're supposed to notify the other party that you gave them a restraining order, you know, that there's a restraining order against them. So I think that's how that works. But hey, you know, apparently Seth didn't know, and yeah, and then freaking Paul Heyman kept on rage baiting, bro. Bro, I need his direct quote, bro. Hold on, let me pull it up, bro. You are going to jail. You are going to prison, and when you are in prison, your wife is going to divorce you. Bro was rage baiting hard, bro. He said, you are going to prison, and when you go to prison, because you're a felon, your wife will divorce you. And when she divorces you, and she is married to half of the locker room, someone's going to call Child Protective Services for your daughter. And don't worry, Paul Heyman, will adopt your daughter so she doesn't go through life knowing that her father's a felony. Bro. Dude, bro, Paul Heyman's the GOAT on the mic, bro. I can't. He was just spouting crap, bro. Rage baiting Seth. Seth runs into the ring, punches Paul Heyman, gets pulled away. Paul Heyman's just smiling, laughing, bro. That's so funny, bro. Paul Heyman's the GOAT, dude. This is the Paul Heyman we needed in division, bro. The Paul Heyman that we had in division was slightly watered down, you know what I mean? That Advocate and the Wise Men will always be better than the Oracle. Then we got Lyra and Bailey versus the Kabuki Warriors. Fun match. There's more conflict going on with the Kabuki Warriors. We'll see how that goes. I just don't really see anything happening at WrestleMania with them unless Io is involved. But even then, with Io, we have no freaking clue what the freak is gonna happen with her. Let me touch base on Io real quick, since she did show up slightly with Raquel. She's gonna have a match next week against Raquel at Madison Square Garden, so that's fun. Or this week at this point. Don't listen to me. Yeah, but you know, she's in the commercial for WrestleMania, so hopefully Io's able to get on, you know, at least face Asuka. That'd be kind of sick, you know. Put Kyrie in a shark cage, you know, whoever wins gets Kyrie Sane. I don't freaking know, dude, because there's a lot of conflict going on there. But anyways, Lyra and Bailey wins. Lyra gets the pin. They're gonna face the Irresistible Forces next week on Raw. It's gonna be a lot of shenanigans. So I see at least that building up slightly, especially since they did show up on SmackDown. I'll talk about that in my SmackDown video, which hopefully I'm able to release as soon as this one comes out. Man. So we'll see how that goes. Now we got the GOAT, Speed. I don't really watch him, but I do like seeing a lot of his clips. He's funny in my books. You know, I have no issues with celebrities being in wrestling. They've always been involved with wrestling ever since WrestleMania 1. Like, there was multiple celebrities showing up. So everyone crying about it, shut up, your mom's dumb. Speed gets cursed by Danhausen because Speed didn't want to give him his YouTube channel. Like, come on, man. You don't need that YouTube channel, bro. What's worse, getting cursed or losing your YouTube channel? I've been seeing clips already, and it seems like that curse has been working. I love this. I love this kind of kayfabe. Keep it up. So Speed, you know, his acting's pretty good. He's pretty solid at this. I love it. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what Speed's gonna end up doing at WrestleMania. We already know kind of what Jelly Roll might be doing, but we'll see that on the SmackDown review. Then we got Dom versus Penta Cero. Yeah, though. When Dom was coming out, bro, we got Steph coming out, bro. Steph, that's my girl, bro. That's my girl. My girlfriend gave me the okay with her, but you know, I'm not gonna talk weird because I only do that with the men. You know, like Dominic Mysterio, the things I would do to that man, you don't even know, dude. Steph comes out, friggin' hits Liv. Bro, that brawl looked a little too real. Dude, like, look, it's a huge difference on how they're treating Liv and Steph versus Rhea and Jade Cargill. Jade and Rhea are getting huge, long segments. Steph and Liv get a small amount of time, and they use that time to their best abilities, bro. Even their promo battle, which, you know, one's mainly a Spanish speaker, has been freaking phenomenal, dude. The story that's going on between them, it's like pure hatred, bro. It's great. They have chemistry. Jade and Rhea don't have chemistry, bro, and that's gonna be an issue. I hope the match with them is good. I know the match with Steph and Liv is gonna be good because Steph is the best in the world and Liv is great at what she does. That slam on the floor to Liv Morgan, wow, dude. Dude, they were throwing punches, bro. They were throwing kicks, bro. That last kick was full-on contact onto Liv. So Liv screaming was well-deserved, dude. I've seen people like, oh, why is she screaming, bro? Don't you see how hard she was slamming on the floor, bro? I was screaming too, dude. It's even when Liv threw Steph onto the screen, dude. That was they were throwing each other, bro. That was full-on fist fight, bro. Love this. I'm excited, dude. They're using the small amount of time they're maximizing their minutes 100%, bro. This is so far just like I said in previous weeks, my favorite women's match at WrestleMania. So, and I guarantee it's going to be one of the better matches as well. So we shall see. So, well, obviously Dom and Penta, they fight. Dom seems like he's going to win. Obviously, JD is there to like mess things up. So Finn Balor comes out. Small pop. I was expecting a big one because Finn is he's great. But, obviously he's still like in his like Judgment Day type of fit. Switch up your fit a little bit, fam. I don't know. Add some color in there, dude. Come on, man. I think we might need Demon Finn Balor. Low key, because I'm already like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Penta gets a roll-up win. Not a big fan of that, but hey, it is what it is. He gets his belt. He keeps his belt, so that's cool. Dom loses. Finn, fights them. Blah blah blah. By the way, no hesitation with Finn, bro. Finn is just like, bro, I don't freaking care, bro. Y'all beat me up terribly. I'm gonna fight every single one of you guys. So that's it, bro. Then we got the last and final segment: CM Punk, Roman Reigns, the Usos. Before CM Punk comes out to the ring, we got Big Daddy Jim, bro. I wonder how big it is. Let me get a picture. Let me get proof. Naomi. Big Jim tells CM Punk, be careful what you say because Jay's on a warpath. So yeah, that's freaking huge, dude. I was like, oof, okay. All right, let's see how things go. CM Punk comes out, talks his crap. He's like, bro, it's not because he called me old. I'm not the one freaking coloring my beard using Just for Men. Roman is, bro. You know what I mean? He's just, it's, this feud changed to talking about who's older than who's trying to keep their youth and who's not. I was already kind of checked out. I was like, come on, bro, let's switch things up. Then he starts calling out Jay. Jay comes out, starts crashing out a little bit. Let me in the ring, Oos! Type deal, you know what I mean? Comes in the ring, both start talking to crap. Be dying, bro. That had to be freaking dying, bro, because facts, dude. Like, for real, bro. And is that what he's gonna do? Yeet him to death, bro? Like, Jay coming out freaking angry. He's looking a little leaner, by the way. He's looking good. I want to see him without a shirt. I want to see that. I want to see if his 6-pack's more defined, because he always had a 4-pack. Trying to see that 6-pack, bro. Trying to see what's between his legs too. Whoa! Jay talking his crap towards Punk. Punk's like, you know what? You never got your freaking. You ain't never had your match back, right, bro? Your little rematch, bro. We can run it right now tonight, bro. So they're both talking their crap. Jimmy comes out, tries to stop freaking Jay, talking about what you doing here, and then Jay, I tell you what, Jay has been freaking great in this segment, bro. 100%, bro. I'm loving this. This has been great. I was making fun of Jay a couple weeks ago about the apologize, Zeus. But, bro, he's just, he's freaking angry, bro. He's just saying bad words. He said the SHIT word, bro. Like CM Punk talking about our family. And he's like, in fact, where Roman at? He's supposed to be here. So I'm like, oof, okay, And then Roman comes out, like, he's like, I'm here, daddy, I'm sorry, I'm here, my tribal chief. Jay, the new tribal chief. Roman comes in, oral farming as always, looking glorious, bro. I wish he would have been shirtless, bro. Oh my gosh. Roman tells Jimmy and Jay to get out the ring. This is his thing, his fight. CM Punk is like, no, stay. He might need y'all. So that'd be dying. And, Jay started walking away, and then Psych comes in and clackatang, bro. He gets knocked out to the floor immediately. So they both get out. Roman fights. Security comes in. They both get separated. Roman's about to leave. And then Jay's like, get him, Joe. Freaking full government name, brother. Get him, Joe. Release your anger. Splurge it all over him, bro. I need to stop doing that. So he does that. He listens to Jay, our tribal chief, Jay Uso, dude. Puts freaking Punk through the table with a power bomb. And CM Punk's laughing, bro. He's like, bro, this is on hilarious, bro. I got under your skin. I got under their skin. A little conflict going on here. We're going to see how the next few weeks is going to be. I don't know if Roman's coming next week or not. because Jay's sounding very tribal chief like the last few weeks, dude. So and this is getting exciting. I'm excited to see how things go. And that's it for Raw. So if you guys like this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. You know, what are you guys excited for? We did get another WrestleMania match confirmed here, so that's fun. I know SmackDown's a couple more, which I'll be talking about in the next video. Go watch that. I know I'm slacking on my uploads, but hey, we got Passover coming up. I work for a Jewish company, so I'll be off for a solid week and some change just to fix up my recording schedule. So that should be pretty solid. Hopefully that all that goes well. But yeah, you know, leave a like, comment, subscribe, please. Leave a like. Don't forget I have these here. And have a good one, guys. God bless you.